Hello dear mathematicians, tonight we are going to be looking at a scenario problem that involves pricing analysis. So we have three students, Lina, Mina and Nina, that purchased different combinations of rulers, calculators and geometry sets for their mathematics class. Their purchases and total costs are as follows. Lina bought 2 rulers, 1 calculator and 3 geometry sets for a total of shillings 10,000. Mina bought 1 ruler, 2 calculators and 2 geometry sets for a total of Ghana shillings 9,500. Nina bought 3 rulers, 1 calculator, 1 geometry set for a total of 8,000 Ghana shillings. The tasks before us are, as a mathematician, use the method of your choice to determine the individual price of a ruler, calculator and geometry set so that their friend Tina can budget for her purchases. 2. Advise Tina on the most cost-effective combination if she needs at least 1 ruler, 1 calculator and 1 geometry set but wants to minimize her total expenditure. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem that we have at hand and we want to provide a solution for it. So let's look at the solution. So methods that can be used to solve such a problem can be witnessed when we first extract the details from this problem. So now let's formulate the equations, okay, and then look at what equations do we have. So first of all, let's define the variables. So the variables that we have, we are going to say we have R to be the price of 1 ruler and C to be the price of 1 calculator and G to be the price of 1 geometry set. So from there, we now formulate the equations. So to formulate the equations, this is what we are going to do. We have the fact that Lina, let's begin with Lina. Lina, first of all, bought 2 rulers, okay? So 2 rulers, that will be 2R, plus 2 calculators, that is 2C. No, she bought 1 calculator. According to what we have here, Lina bought 1 calculator. So let's put 1C. So we have C plus what else? We have 3 geometry sets. And then the total cost for all these items was 10,000. That is Lina. Then let's talk about Mina. Mina bought 1 ruler, 2 calculators, and 2 geometry sets at a total cost of 9,500. Then Nina bought 3 rulers, 1 calculator, and 1 geometry set at a cost of 8,000 Ghanaian shillings. So now we can see that these are simultaneous equations. So methods we use in most cases, you have a variety of them, and one of them is method of elimination. So elimination method, or what you can call substitution. Then next is matrix, where you can use the Cramer's rule. Then number 3, we can use row reduction to echelon. And then there are many others. This row reduction or echelon is actually what we also call the Gaussian elimination. So for that matter, we are going to choose the easiest for us because the choice is at our own discretion. So meaning we shall just pick any method of our own and solve this problem very fast. So we are going to say using elimination method. So we have chosen elimination method. Not Gaussian elimination, but the usual simple elimination method, where we eliminate one variable and reduce this system of three equations into two equations. So meaning we can look at equation. Let's look at the two equations. This is equation 1, 2, and 3. So when you look at equation 1 and 3, we can eliminate C by just subtracting equation 1 from 3. Or just you get equation 1, we subtract equation 3. It will still be okay. So let's get equation 1 minus equation 3. So this is going to be 2r plus c plus 3g. We take away 3r plus c plus g, and this is going to be 10,000 minus 8,000. So meaning here we are going to have a negative r, the c will go, and then we'll have 2g, which is going to equal to 2,000. So we can call this equation 4, and again eliminate c between 2 and 3. So how can we do that? So we know that from equation 2, c is multiplied by 2. So let's multiply equation 3 by 2, and then we subtract. I will subtract the equation 2 from 3. So that means we multiply equation 3 by 2, subtract from it equation 2. So this is going to be, when we multiply equation 3 by 2, we will get 6r plus 2c plus 2g. So let's now take away r plus 2c plus 2g, and this is going to be, so when we multiply 8 by 2, it will be 16,000, then minus 9,500. So we'll find that this becomes 5r. This and that will go. So you can see this and that, this and that are going, and we'll have 5r equivalent to 16,000 minus 9,500, and this is giving us 6,500. So we divide by 5 by 5, and r is going to be 1,300, and that is the price of one ruler. So we have already obtained the price of a ruler is 1,300 Ugandan shilling. Let's go ahead. Having obtained the value of r, we can now substitute in any of the above equations. For example, look at equation 4. So from equation 4, we have that negative r plus 2g is equal to 2,000. You can see that is how it looks like. So we already have the value of r, so we put in negative 1,300 plus 2g. This is equal to 2,000, meaning we can get 2g as 2,000 plus 1,300, because we can move this side and then it becomes a plus when it crosses equal signs. So that means we'll have 2g equivalent to 3300. So we divide by 2, we get g as what? So g is going to be 1,650 Ugandan shillings. So price, again, price of one geometry set has been obtained as 1,650 shillings. Now we have already obtained the value of G and R, so meaning we can now go above and look for any of the equations that can give us the value of C, which is the cost of one calculator. So when we look at any of the equations, for example, let's look at equation 3. So from equation 3, let's determine the value of C. So we already know that 3R plus C plus G is equal to 8,000. So we know R. So C, we know R, we know G. So C is equal to 8,000 minus 3. We multiply by the cost of 1 R, which is 1,300. Then we subtract the cost of one geometry set, and which we have obtained as 1,650. So finally, we can get C as, using my calculator, so this is going to give me 8,000 minus 5,550, and this is giving us 2,450. So the price of one calculator, is 2,450 shillings. So now, if you want, you can check the overall calculations. In other words, check whether these answers satisfy the above equations, and that is the task I've given you. But now we have to advise, so we need to advise. So the advice that we give, remember we said we want one ruler, we want one calculator, we want one geometry set. So if that is to be possible, remember we have already obtained R, okay? So this will be 1,300 plus one calculator to 450 plus 1650. All these values have been obtained above. So on our calculator, this is giving us 5,400 shillings. So if someone wants to buy at least one item, this is cost for at least one of each item. So you need the minimum amount needed is 5,400. Now we are told that Tina, their friends, wants to buy at least one of these items, but she wants to minimize costs. So what she can do, we can say, to minimize cost here, you either ask for a discount. Yes, she can ask for a discount in order to minimize the cost here. You can ask a discount on calculators, which is the most expensive, okay? And then you do what? You reduce on this amount, or you buy in bulk, because when you buy in bulk, you have to reduce on the what? On the cost of each. So that is the advice we can give. So we can say, number one, we are now on the advice. So if Tina can buy items if Tina can buy items in bulk or find discount on calculators, which is the most expensive item, among the three, then she could reduce on the total cost. Number 2, alternatively, that is another option she can take. Tina could explore if borrowing or sharing of a calculator with a classmate is feasible. So if sharing the most expensive item, that is a calculator, with a classmate is feasible, then she could only buy a ruler and a geometry set, and therefore her cost would reduce to this total minus what? Minus the cost of the calculator. Okay? Or if that is not feasible, then the only alternative she could have would be to buy in bulk or bargain for a discount on the most expensive item, which is the calculator. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how we could solve this problem. Remember to share, remember to like, remember to subscribe, and we will be committed to serve you always. Thank you.